Alright, what's up Exiles, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how to take on and defeat Count Geonor in Act 1 of Path of Exile 2. This is a very difficult boss. I would recommend being at least level 17, 18 or 19 is preferred, especially if you're struggling with him. If you're struggling with him, just keep farming the mana. You can reset the waypoints and keep making the zone over and over again. And also make sure that you have all of your gear slots filled out with at least blue items, and you even want an amulet for this just to make it a little bit easier. So this is a multi-stage boss fight, so we will need to be ready to fight him over a long period of time, and we will have to use our all of our healing with our potions, everything very sparingly. Because I'm using kind of a shotgun build, the strategies that I'm using in this fight are actually going to be quite similar to the strategies that you would be using on a melee character. So the first thing that I'm going to say is that during this form of Count Geonor, we want to be on his hip at all times. We never want to be standing in front of him, and we never want to be standing still. Anytime he is moving, we want to just make sure that we're on his left or right hip. This way his basic attacks can't hit us, and we can easily avoid that damage. His sword form is probably going to be his easiest form, and once we get him to about half health here, he is going to switch into his wolf form, which is where he's going to start doing a lot of damage. Here I actually had to use my first health potion, and it's actually going pretty well for me at this point, because I've already got him at half health with only using one health potion. So I'm just doing the same strategy. I'm staying at his hip, and that is avoiding all of his sword damage and allowing me to just poke at him while avoiding all of his abilities. Alright, then I've skipped his actually first wolf form entirely because of the DPS I was putting out. But there actually is a scenario where he throws down his sword and becomes a wolf. And to avoid the damage there, you want to just stand out of the circle, make sure you never get into the circle, and then keep shooting at him out of it. In regards to the wolf form, it's going to be very difficult. He's going to summon a group of mobs here, so we want to get our AoE abilities here, and we are going to have to fight all of these wolves inside this fog area. We aren't going to be able to see where Geonor is coming from, so we want to be as careful as possible, and we want to just quickly eliminate all of these mobs while taking as little damage as possible from him. If he runs into here, we want to use our dodge roll, and we can actually avoid that damage as long as we use our iframes correctly. We can completely dodge all of the damage he would do from while pouncing out. After destroying all the mobs, he's going to come out again, and he's going to start casting these ice beams from up above. We want to make sure that we are far away from that area, or as far away as possible. And then we are going to get back into a fight with him here. When he does this ice beam attack, you want to just not stand on anything white. Anything white is going to mean death for you, so avoid it. Because if he hits you with any ice attacks, you're going to get your movement speed slowed, and the whole entire fight is going to get much more difficult while you're slowed. He's going to be able to combo on you. I think that that leap down attack is actually impossible to dodge. So unfortunately, we are just going to have health potions ready, and we are going to get hit by it, and then we're going to use our health potions right after to try to just recover as fast as possible. Now here, more minions are actually going to spawn, but I'm actually going to be pretty happy about this because these are going to give me time to recharge my health potions. And whenever I see Geonor pop out of the shadows here, I'm just going to use my dodge and use these iframes to my advantage. And try not to let too many of these mobs spawn all at once. There, we did good work. And now we are going to have to get fighting Geonor again in his wolf form. Again, that big hit downwards, I'm pretty sure it's impossible to dodge unless you have some type of phase or blink ability, which I do not have. So I'm just going to have to tank that damage. And here is his other icicle shard attack. Again, just don't stand in the white, and you should be fine to avoid most of the damage. When he jumps down again, tank the damage, and we'll be okay. It should get you to about like half health, even just using leather armor. It won't fully kill you there. Here we're going to get him into his last stage when he's going to start using some blood magic as well. We need to stay out of the fog here. And now he's going to start summoning these hits, like this chaos hits, as well as all of these minions. So this is going to be the hardest part. We want to make sure that we are always topping up our HP, dodging, avoiding all hits, and just staying alive out here. You can see here I'm getting in a very intense situation. And then finally Geonor is back. We are just going to want to be moving because these chaos spells that he's calling from the sky are really just doing crazy damage. And they also do damage over time on top. So we want to make sure that we are unafflicted. And there we go. We have defeated Geonor. So that is how to defeat Geonor in Path of Exile 2. Congratulations to everyone who did it. That may be the hardest boss I've ever fought in Path of Exile. So congrats, and we are on to the next act.